So right now in Skyblock, Aura is mayor and there's minister elections. So today I'm going to explain to you why you should vote for me. So there are some areas in the game that I think need improvement that I will fix if I get elected. First one is the garden, and the second one is dungeons. So what's wrong with the current garden? So the gameplay is too repetitive because you're only hitting 2 keys as well as whatever your break block is bound to. It requires no thinking, and also it takes way too long. So I have some solutions for this. The first is to update the garden, and then the second one is an accessory that I'll explain later. So here are my ideas for a garden update. So first I would reduce crop milestones by around 68%. I'll also add a new dragon pet. This is what it'd look like. I call it the Rose Dragon. And then I'll also add a special plot that's basically grow a garden but in Skyblock. Here's what it would look like. I did not use AI to generate that. Oh yeah, and here's what I think a Duralius thumbnail would look like on the update. So this is the accessory I was talking about. It's crafted with 64 carrots, 7 potatoes, 3 mimic fragments, and a wishing compass. You can read what it does here. I know a good portion of you are Gen Alpha, so here's a funny Family Guy clip to reset your attention spans. Peter, the horse is here.
Oh man, Lois, this reminds me of the time that the horse was here.
Okay, so anyway, I hate dungeons. Why? Reason number 1, dungeons requires socialization. And also, just like the garden, it takes too long to max. So here's proof that the amount of socialization required to run dungeons is unbalanced. So I'm level 466 and all my skills are maxed out, except for dungeons, which I have at level 2, and social, which I have at -4. Notice how these are the only 2 skills in the game that require any socialization. So how do we fix this problem? Yeah, so here are 2 ideas I have to make dungeons and garden less boring. So number 1, a new item. This is the Market Gardener. It deals crits while the wielder is rocket jumping. It has 20% slower firing speed and no random crits. If this gets added to the game, dungeons and garden will be a lot less boring. Here's a crafting recipe for it, by the way. And another thing I'll do is rework stereo pants. How? I'll add a new song. So I've been working on a song for a couple months. Here's a few seconds of it. Yeah, that goes on for another 5 minutes, by the way. So there is a small problem with this, but it's an easy fix. So stereo pants are awful for farming in dungeons because it gives no combat or farming stats. So I'm adding the stereo accessory, which basically functions as stereo pants, but it's an accessory. And by the way, if you are wondering, divine accessories give 50 magical power, and if you try to recom it, it'll just turn into a common accessory. But that's not all. There's one more area of the game that I think needs improvement, and that's crystal nucleus runs. So that's why I'm adding the Goblin Talisman. You see, I think crystal nucleus runs are too hard because the King's Scent effect always runs out before you can find the amber crystal. So this should make doing nucleus runs a bit easier. Anyway, that's all. Please vote for me.